Hey guys, this is Elisa from the Art Occultist. Thank you so much for being here. To be quite honest, I have no idea whether or not I'm going to post this. I think that this is a recording just for myself. By the way, it's very cold here, so that's why I have this very comfy and oversized sweater on. But yeah, I think this is going to be just for me. I'm not sure whether or not I'm gonna post this on the channel. And yeah, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to conduct a spiritual interview because for some reason Anubis from the Egyptian pantheon keeps popping into my head. And for some weird reason, I have the urge to purchase a statue for him. I have no idea what this is about. I've only had one experience with Anubis. It was when my previous dog passed away. Sadly, I wasn't with him when it happened, and in my grief, I did a tarot reading to make sure that he is where he's supposed to be. And in that exact reading, Anubis popped up and reassured me that my dog was all right and at peace, and that they were together, basically. It's weird because my practice has nothing to do with Egyptian spirituality or Kemetic spirituality. I have a very limited knowledge about Egyptian deities and of Anubis himself, so I don't know. I just thought it was weird that I kept having this urge to purchase a statue for him and also get this oracle deck. It was something with Egyptian Gods Theme Oracle deck by Los Carabio. I've been thinking about this deck for the past month or so, constantly, every day, and it's getting weird, so I think it's time to see what this whole thing is about. I'll start by finding Anubis within my deity deck, and I'm going to use his card as a placeholder for his energy so that I have a visual to converse with when I converse with him. Yeah, I like to have a visual when I speak to deities that I'm not familiar with. When I speak to Hekate, I don't really need that anymore because I speak to her every single day and I'm very familiar with her voice, with her energy, and yeah. But if I talk to a deity that I'm not so familiar with, I like to have a visual. So this is the card that I'll be using. This is from Gods and Titans Oracle Mass Market. So this is the card that I'll be using. I have my journal here and my coffee, and this is going to be a slow process. I'm not going to rush myself or anything. I just want to have this as a way to refer back to. I don't know why, but for some reason I'm very cold. For the reading itself, I think I'm going to be using the standard Rider-Waite-Smith. That it's just a good deck for everything. And before we start, I think I want to light a candle for him as an offering. So I'll do that. I know that his colors are black, white, and red, so I am choosing this red tea light. And of course, my lighter is so far away, but hey ho. So I'm going to set this aside right there, and I'm gonna light it with the intention that it is an offering to him. So Anubis, I don't know what this is about, but I am ready to receive guidance from you, and I'm here to listen. So please accept this offering of this red candle. And yeah, I'm here to listen to you. Okay. For Anubis. This is for Anubis. Please be clear with your messages when you speak through the cards. Okay. Anubis, we are using the interview spread, so please communicate through this tarot deck and through the spread, and use my existing tarot knowledge to convey your messages clearly. Okay, Anubis, please do that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I think that's everything that I need. This is a 10 card spread, so it will take a moment. But yeah, let's see what he has to share with me. So the first card is going to indicate what is the reason for him reaching out to me, and I have 8 of Swords. Ooh. The 8 of Swords is all about being stuck in your ways of thinking. It's about mental prison and not being able to break through. So this is his reason for reaching out to me at this point in time. But to be quite honest, I don't know what this is about. I have no idea what he's speaking to. The second card is going to indicate what he is offering to help me with. And I have Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a card of movement, of pursuing your passions, your desires, and your goals. It's a card of moving at a very fast speed. So I'm going to say that he is going to help me, or he is offering his help in order to speed the process towards achieving my goals and basically breaking from that mind prison, which is the actual reason that he is reaching out to me. And maybe this refers to a few days ago, I did a little spell or intention setting, if you will, to remove any internal blockages that I'm not aware of, any ancestral curses or patterns that are preventing me from achieving success, and basically achieving my goals. And that specific spell was speaking about things that I'm not consciously aware of. So maybe that's the reason that he is coming up right now for me, because those two cards really feel like they are in relation to that working that I performed on myself. Okay, the next card is what he expects in return for his help, and I have the, Seven of Wands. So what he expects from me in return for his help. The Seven of Wands is a card of boundaries. It's a card of fighting your fight and standing for who you truly are. So maybe that's what he expects from me. That's very, very interesting. But the Seven of Wands is also about evaluation of what you are fighting for. And what do you expect in return, Anubis? What do you expect in return from me? Standing my ground. Maybe speaking my truth more loudly, without worrying about backlash. But I'm not really worried about backlash, at least for the things that I share online. Okay, let's proceed. I'll come back to that card if needed. So the next card is going to relate to something that he wishes to tell me about himself. And here we have the Hermit. The Hermit is the archetype of the mystic, of spiritual seeking, of going on a quest internally, in terms of seeking spiritual knowledge. So Anubis is telling me that he can be that guide for me, and Anubis is a psychopomp, so why the fuck am I not making the connection between him and the Hermit card? It makes sense. Yeah, I get it. You can guide me through the darkness, and you're holding the light in front of you. This is a very literal interpretation of the Hermit, of the actual image, but this is exactly what I'm getting from Anubis. Yeah, he is a psychopomp, just like Hekate. He guides souls to the other realm after they pass away. He serves that function in his cosmology, in his spiritual path, in his spiritual tradition. Okay, you're telling me that, and you're more of a acting alone, working alone, because the Hermit has this element of solitude to himself as an archetype. Maybe it feels right so far. It feels right. Okay. The next card is going to answer the question, why would somebody want to connect or work with you? Queen of Pentacles. This somebody in this case is me. So why would I want to connect or work with you, Anubis? Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a card associated with your home, building a home, feeling secure in your home environment, being in touch both with your heart, being in touch with both your feelings, but also the material, the environment, and being able to create a safe environment for yourself in terms of your home, in terms of your finances, being safe financially, being secure, and using that safety of your finances to make the lives of your loved ones better, because all of the queens are nurturers in their nature. They nurture those around them. So I would want to connect with him because he can help me achieve that state. I came across a YouTube video from a person that practices Kemetic spirituality. And he was speaking about Anubis, or Ampu, as he is known in the Kemetic tradition. And he said in that video that there are many Ampus, and they can help you achieve your wishes. They serve as those spirits that you can petition to do things for you. This is what the video was about. And this guy said that there was more than one Ampus. And he specifically said that Ampu is another name for Anubis. So I don't know. I think I have to do more research on that. But in the same particular video, this guy was explaining how he petitioned his Ampu for a certain amount of money, but he didn't specify how he would like to receive that amount of money. And as a result, he lost his job, but he got his wishes fulfilled. So I'm drawing a correlation between that information from the video with the Queen of Pentacles, because the Pentacles are related to money and finances and jobs, all that good stuff. And I'm also relating it to that because the working that I spoke a while back about doing this working on myself of removing subconscious blockages, things that I didn't know existed within myself that were preventing my growth and my success. I think that there's correlation once again with the working that I performed and this card. Okay, let's move forward. The next card is going to answer the question what I should be aware of before stepping into a conscious relationship with Anubis. So before I decide whether or not to actually purchase his statue and incorporate him into my practice. What should I be aware of before I do that? The Empress card. The Empress card is the mother archetype in the tarot. And it's very interesting to see it showing up in this exact position of what I should be aware of before engaging in this spiritual connection. I'm saying it because, as you all are aware of, I am devoted to Hekate. And I don't know if I shared this on the channel previously, but in my personal relationship with her, when I address her as mother. And that's very interesting, and I'm getting this tingling sensation in my brain that Hekate sent him to me, because what should I be aware of before engaging with him? And I received the mother card, the mother archetype. I don't know what else this could be about. Plus the connection of Hecate being a psychopomp and Anubis being a psychopomp, and this whole Greco-Roman / Greco-Egyptian mixing of those three pantheons in terms of their history. I don't know, I'm drawing some connections between those things, but I think I need more research, to be quite honest. But definitely I'm seeing the Empress card as a confirmation that Hecate has influenced this interaction in some capacity. Because the working that I did, that I spoke about, I actually asked Hecate for help with it. So maybe this is her way of helping me by sending Anubis or Anpu to help me. Okay. I want to proceed with the reading. Proceed. Plus, the other thing is that Hecate's three main colors traditionally are red, white, and black, the same as Anubis's. So, yeah. I know they're not the same deity. I'm just explaining my thought process and what I'm receiving from him and in this conversation. And I'm trying to understand this whole urge to purchase his statue all of the sudden. It's very bizarre and weird. Not in a good way. I'm just trying to understand it. The next card is going to answer the question, what type of relationship is he looking for? I have 5 of Swords. What type of relationship do you wish to have with me? The 5 of Swords is a card of... The 5 as a number is a number of challenges. It's a number of change. And it's a number that disturbs. And the Swords being the suit of the mind, of the mental. But at the other hand, the 5 of Swords traditionally is associated with fighting, with disagreements, internal in this case, because I'm keeping the context of the reading. I'm keeping this in the context of the reading as well. So the 5 of Swords, there is a winner, and there are 2 figures that appear to be lost the battle. There's a power dynamic, there's a... That's a weird card. But it's a card of change. I don't know why, but I'm seeing this visual, I'm receiving this visual cue that it's a progression from the figure that's the smallest towards this one, and finally this is the final stage, and this depicts a growth of the mind. And the 5 being a number of severance and change and disruption. I'm getting that, in fact, he's here to help me with those unconscious blockages that I cast this spell around. Anyways, so this is another confirmation for me that Hekate sent him in order to help me and assist me with my spell, and with the intention of that spell to remove subconscious blockages and ancestral curses or patterns that I have inherited that I'm not consciously aware of, that actually don't allow me to achieve the things that I want to achieve in this life. And I've been having some problems for the past 5 years to get where I want to be. Maybe working with Anubis will help speed the process. And he actually said that he's offering his help with actually speeding the process, illustrating it with the Knight of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is a very fiery and fast-moving energy. Interesting. The next card is going to answer the question, what is the best way for me to honor him? Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, it's stability, structure. It's also a card of celebration. It's a card of a parade, celebration, offerings, I believe. Offerings, I'm saying this because of this little visual detail here with all of the flowers and fruits. That's why I said offerings. The Four of Wands is a card of happiness because the background is yellow. I associate the color yellow with happiness. So he wants to be honored through celebration and with offerings, which is not unusual for a spirit or a deity. It's quite normal. But I'm sensing that there should be a community aspect to this. What is the best way for me to honor you? Hold a parade in his name? That's a bit excessive, but that's exactly what I heard in my mind right there. And then I don't know how to throw you a parade, Anubis, sorry, but I have no idea how to do that. But yeah, maybe some ecstatic celebration, ritual, and offerings will do the job. I'm saying a ritual because traditionally the OG tarot readers use this card as an indication of marriage, and marriage is but a ritual of connection and dedication. Now, I'm not ready to dedicate myself to Anubis because we just met, but I can for sure create a ritual and provide offerings in exchange for his help, his guidance, and his energetic assistance in removing those blockages and achieving my goal. And this card was number 5. What would somebody want to connect with you? Yeah. Why would I want to connect with him? Yeah, so far this readings makes a lot of sense, to be quite honest with you. Okay, 2 more cards and let's see where this conversation is going. The next card is him telling me something that I should be aware of for the near future. So Anubis, what do I need to be aware for the near future? Judgment. The Judgment card for me personally has has quite a few meanings attached to it. One of them is answering the call to your purpose and to start doing the thing that you are supposed to be doing in your lifetime. Another meaning that this card has for me is leveling up and reaching a new state of being, of living, a state that a state that is unknown to you at this point. It's a calling, it's a new way of existing in the world, but it also holds that connotation of the Last Judgment from Christianity and being judged for your actions, for how you lived your life. And it has this notion of consequences as well, cosmic consequences, not just consequences received from society. So this is what I should be aware of for my near future. Answering a call. Okay. I can get on board with that. As well as I'm receiving this sensation of this card indicating that I'm getting one step closer to achieving my desire, because the next card is the World card, which indicates completion and the finish line in the progression of the major arcana. So this is another way that I can interpret this card. Okay, I can get on board with this. I can get on board with this for sure. The last card is advice that he has for me, or wisdom. Page of Wands. His advice for me is illustrated by the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a card of exploration. All of the pages are students or novices, so his advice for me is to learn and to study. And it's very interesting how in this card and in the card that answered the question, what is he offering to me as a help? Both cards are from the Wand suit. And notice how on the background we are in Egypt. And Anubis is a Kemetic deity. So I'm definitely sensing that his advice for me is, quite honestly, you need to research more about me and my spiritual lineage. Because the wands can sometimes be connected to spirituality, that internal fire that moves us. And to be quite honest, spirituality and my spiritual practice is what I breathe, what gets me out of bed every morning, is the knowledge that I have another day to connect to my gods, guides, guardians, Hekate. And this card, this Page of Wands, and his advice of you need to study more and you need to learn more about me and my tradition really explains my urge to purchase that oracle deck, that Egyptian Gods Oracle by Los Caraballo or something. In the beginning of this video, I told you all how for the past month or so, I've been having the urge to buy this deck, and I've been resisting so hard because I didn't understand why I had this urge. But I think now I get it, that he's definitely pushing me towards learning more about Kemetic spirituality and him, and that Hekate sent him, which is on point. Previously, she sent me. I've had this happen once again at the beginning of my journey with Hekate, where I asked something from her and she sent me another face of the divine to help me with that specific thing. So I'm not really surprised that she did that by sending Anubis to me this time. And yeah, this reading was very clear, very, very clear. I think I got the message. What do you expect in return? Only this Seven of Wands is bugging me for some reason, and this card illustrates the answer to the question, what does he expect in return for his help? So if I post this on YouTube, if you have any suggestions about what this card can indicate in the context of what he expects in return from me, please share your thoughts in the comment section, because this is bugging me for some reason. Yeah. I think I want another coffee now, to be quite honest, and I think I'll make him one as well as an offering. Then I will come to my journal. This is a new one for this year. It is specific for record keeping of my channeled readings from my guides. I think that after making him a coffee, I will come here and journal a bit about this reading. Maybe I'll rewatch the video and take some notes, this video that I'm recording right now. And maybe I will indeed purchase a statue for him and this oracle deck, and maybe an Egyptian mythology book or something. And I will try to look up some videos on YouTube around him and Kemetic spirituality. So once again, if I post this, if you have any suggestions of good content creators here on YouTube that speak about Kemetic spirituality or their relationships to the Egyptian pantheon and Anubis specifically, please drop their names, links, whatever in the comment section as well. It will help me tremendously. Yeah, I think that that's it. I think that I'm gonna wrap this up and then I will make him a coffee and sit with his presence for a while and see what else do I get from him. So yeah, thank you for spending this half an hour with me. I appreciate it. By the way, the spread that I used today, I do offer readings with it. If you have any deities that you don't know why they are showing up in your life, this spread can help you gain clarity around that, just as we did today for me personally. So you can find this reading offering on my Ko-fi page. All of my links are in the description box as per usual. I don't feel like promoting myself after this reading, so that's everything from me for today. Thank you once again. My name is Elisa, and this is the Art Occultist. with a very special guest, Anubis, very unexpected guest as well. And of course, before I post the video, if I decide to do so, I will ask for his permission. Yeah, thank you.